everyone, welcome back to Simming History, where we look at the history of architecture through the lens of The Sims. Before we get started today, if you like the video, please take a moment to hit like and subscribe. It helps out the channel. Today we are continuing our journey from idea to construction with the schematic design phase. Last time we talked about the preliminary or conceptual design phase when we first began discussing the program and the wants of the client. Well, now we're moving on to the schematic design phase. Usually by this point, the site has been purchased, though not in this case. There's a little problem with finding the right one, and you would be seeking to have a survey done which determines the grade, zoning setbacks, and utility availability. Luckily though, since the last video, I have had a chance to sit down and discuss the wants and needs with said person, and they would like a second bedroom, primarily for storage, because they don't want a basement, and a separate mudroom with laundry. And though our site is not yet chosen, the area in which we are looking does have some minimum living space requirements per the zoning, ranging between 700 and 1,000 square feet. These additional wants will help us enlarge our small house to meet any of these zoning requirements, but we are still going to try to keep this as small as possible. For primarily cost, the more square footage you add, the more expensive it is to build, but also for maintenance. Larger the house, more time spent cleaning and taking care of it. Right now I'm tweaking several different layouts in Sims, trying to see what's the best way to incorporate all these new spaces while keeping the home still easy to build. One thing I am trying to avoid are the house designs where the garage is very kind of front and present and forward from the street elevation. I've always hated that look. I'd like very much to avoid it here. I'd much rather have the house itself be the front and present feature. What else is included in schematic design? Besides finalizing the program, this phase also includes floor plan approval from the client, preliminary site planning, which we can't quite do just yet, budgeting and cost estimates, and some initial exterior massing. We are not looking at the site plan today. It doesn't make sense to, since we don't have a lot yet. Today we are strictly looking at adapting our layout to fit the client's wants and needs. Once I have an approved plan, I'll start looking at cost estimating to make sure this is within her budget. And once we have purchased the site planning will begin. For this person, the site planning will be relatively simple. It'll just be some basic landscaping that is designed to be low maintenance and not require a lot of gardening, and of course, a driveway and a fence in the backyard for the dog. And this phase isn't even the last of the design phases. Schematic is meant to address primarily the floor plan and the exterior preliminary design. We don't start getting into the details until the next phase, such as style, window type, door type, etc. Thanks for joining me today as we looked at schematic design. I know it was a quick video, but I thought a nice easy video after Egypt would be good, at least for me. And schematic design is one of the shortest design phases in construction, so it's just going to be a short video. Next time in this series, we'll be moving on to the design development phase, where we're going to start looking at some of the finer things. But next time on this channel, we are looking at a vernacular architecture type. That was a viewer request, so make sure you come back in 2 weeks to check that out. Until then, you can find me on Instagram at Simming History and on the Sims 4 gallery, where there will be playable versions of many of the builds on this channel. Thank you to all the new subs. If you haven't yet hit subscribe, when we hit 1,000, I will do a live build. So subscribe and share. So until next time, bye!